My father is Portuguese, my mother is Spanish, and my mother works on healthcare. My father is an engineer. So I believe that I joined these two different interests in the course that I chose. When I met Filipa, one of the co-founders of Stemcell2max, right from the beginning, we realized that we both wanted to launch our own business that related to healthcare and where we believed that actually we could have an impact on people's life. So we had actually these weekly meetings while I was doing the MBA, where we tried to discuss every Wednesday which could be interesting ideas to pursue. And it was after the MBA that Portuguese Business Angels here in Lisbon presented us this project from IMM and this project that was developed by the group of Henrique Veiga-Fernandes and by Diogo and Sílvia. And this was the moment when we saw that potential and we said, okay, this is it. So this is exactly what we want to pursue. The project was related to blood stem cells. This is very important because these cells have two different purposes nowadays. They are, on the one hand, patients that have blood cancer malignancies like lymphomas or leukemias need to have access to these cells in enough quantity so that they can benefit from a transplant. And on the other hand, there are lots of researchers worldwide that also need to have access to these cells so that they can perform their own studies for developing treatments for new therapies. And what's the big challenge, both for these clinicians but also for the researchers? It's to have access to these cells in enough quantity and in enough quality. And this is exactly what the science breakthrough brings. So we are already providing this technology, this product for researchers. The ultimate goal is to have the cells expanded or multiplied with our technology approved to be used as a treatment for patients. And we do expect to have this on the market in about 5 to 8 years time frame. It's a challenge to meet in the middle between the scientific language and the business language. But at the same time is really, really important because our market for the research market are scientists. And so we do need to make sure that we are able to transmit the value proposition in a correct way, in a scientific way. On the other hand, we also need to have the scientists talking part of the business language because we also need to be able to present a project from a business perspective. And even with all the work that we now have with new potential investors, we all need to be on the same page. One of the things that I like the most is walking around the cities. And Lisbon, it's a great city. It's much easier for both of us to have clear ideas when we are outside of a closed room.